Damn, man. I look like a geezer today, bro. Shit. What's going on, man? What did I want to speak to you guys about today? I don't know. Feeling real geezerish, though. I always feel a bit knackered. Do you ever have days where you just feel knackered? This spiritual ascension ain't for everybody, guys. Some days, some months, some seasons, you will go through changes and will be left knackered. And maybe that's something that's not discussed, man. That is something that is not discussed in the spiritual scene. There's a lot of foolishness, man. A lot of ignorance. People don't tell you, man, when you're doing shadow work, integration, waking up, you have to shed certain layers. And it sucks. It really sucks. And it sucks your energy a bit. You feel like, man, some days you just want to curl up, let go, do nothing. Some days you want to go full fetus, man. Just sleep in. Keep sleeping, go into dream la la land. Because the pain of letting go is tough at times, man. It's tough, and it can leave you feeling bleh, you don't want to get up. But I suppose it ain't that much different from everyday life, right? Because people don't want to get up. And I suppose those times of compression where you go within, you discover why you're so bothered about a lot of things. Because a lot of the time we think we're so important, but guess what? Guess what, people? We ain't that important. Not the model, not the character you selected to come in. We're just puppets, in a way. We're just big old puppets. And fortunately, we're also creators of our own puppetry. We're the puppet master, we're God, we're the higher self. It's all one big thing. But that discovery does lead to lethargy sometimes, and dare I say, wanting to just give up. And you should allow yourself to experience those feelings as well. I know maybe Bashar and stuff speak about depression in a negative sense, but you will likely fall into depression along the journey, because that's life, man. And you want to experience the lows, the depression, the sadness, the grief, and discover why. If you want to play the game full out, if you really want to discover who you are and dissolve the obstinance around you, around your face, around your energy, then you need to face some things. And it's mainly fear, I believe, that makes us lethargic and tired. But the great thing is, as I've discovered more and more, and today as well in particular, is fears go, man. If you don't judge them and you allow them, they will go, right? I think Ra, the Law of One, the old 70s Master Ra, speaks about a feminine and masculine way of dissolving fear and basically, or pain. But fear in the masculine is death by 1,000 cuts. So you're always slowly getting cut as you just keep moving forward. But the feminine, which I'm digging at the moment, is where you just feel it. And it's meant to be the faster way, at least according to Ra. And I can see why, because when you really feel your fears and you don't do anything in regards to fixing them, you don't try to fix them, you simply face them in your experience and realize the illusionary nature of them, they do go. And it's like an internal shadow work, it's an internal knowing where you're like, fuck, I'm a fucking dragon, I'm a fucking badass, because I didn't pawn myself out to fear. My own fear, of course, but I didn't pawn myself out. And you'll be surprised and happy at how none of your fears really come true, right? unless you keep banging on the drum of them, keep banging and banging and banging. But you got to ask yourself, and my great friend Roxy, my old mentor, spoke about this. Odyssey of Ascension is her channel where she speaks of, what does she speak of? Man. Shit, I'm high right now, man. I'm ascending, I'm high, people. I think I'm on a perma high, man. Shit, don't worry about it. But check out Roxy's channel, man. She's very, very good. And yeah, that's all I really have to say. Shit, I've lost track. But I am high on life. And memories will be deleted and replaced continuously because we live in the metamorphosis of the now. It's always essentially in flux, in change. So don't worry about that, kids. Granddaddy knows memory is created in the moment, which is exciting. But that's why I wanted to speak about fear. Fear, man. Fears do dissolve. And like my good friend Roxanne, her channelers have expressed, 99.9% of your fears never come true, right? Because it's always in time. It's only when you need to respond to danger in the moment is that a real fear, but you're not in fear because you're responding. If a tiger comes in the room, you're going to respond. Either you'll react, go into fight or flight, do one or the other, but you're in action. But all our fears are in our heads in time. They never actually happen in the moment. It's always different to what you think. It's always a response. And you always seem to come through okay. We always seem to come through okay. You're still here. And you might have lost some things physically, maybe your hair, your health, but you're still here and you're still grand. And I think these moments we have of compression, of going within, feeling lethargic, feeling bedridden, having no real excuse, yet every excuse, and you just want to stay in those moments you find out those fears. You discover why you're running on fast forward all the time. You discover many, many things about yourself and humanity, and that we are distracted from the now. We are distracted through illusionary fears in our mind. We are distracted by believing time is the enemy. We get lost in this illusion of believing your ex-girlfriend exists. If you've never seen her for 2-3 years, she doesn't exist until she exists in the moment, right? But if you hold on to this illusion of who you are, you'll never really know the present moment. Because the present moment's where it is at, right? And all time is now, and now is the only moment there is. And that's being very practical, very down to earth, right? Our physical reality, what is happening right now is the only thing that exists. Everything else is an illusion, right? That we create. It's all theory, it's all speculation. But you gotta realize speculation, you ain't gonna find God in there, man. In speculation, God does not speculate, I'll tell you that right now. But God is still all that is, and creates half-truths, creates speculation, creates theories, because you get to have the experience of being God in whatever way you want to be. And we obviously chose the biggest challenge, to be human and forget that we're God, right? We're in the land of forgotten gods. We truly are. But you can wake up. But you have to face emotions at times. You can either persevere forward, death by 1,000 cuts, or you can just feel them. And sometimes it's drafty, sometimes it's dreary, sometimes it's drudgery, sometimes it's humdrum, tightly locked in, compressed, depressed energy. And you have the opportunity to feel that. And if you allow yourself to feel it, it will change. Certain things, certain cloths on your freaking statue of David, certain things that don't belong, aren't really you, but fake and plastique, will begin to dissolve. The mirror gets brighter. You no longer get black thunderclouds. Now the worse you get is grey, because you're more at ease. But you need to be a godmother and godfather to yourself, and hang in there, man. Just be present and allow the feelings. Ride them out. Do what you can do to ease yourself. Be aware of what's going on. Be tactical in your self-love. Give yourself a break. Be kind to yourself, right? That's a big thing that I've realized, is just being kind to who I am and softening. Because I'm realizing more and more, man, that these ideas of ego, success, really, or fame, or some evidence that I'm real and I exist and I'm worthy and I'm belong and I'm loved, it's a trap. It's a trap. It's never going to give you what you need. You have to find out who you are, and that requires going within and having some humility, man. Like, I'm a cocky motherfucker and I think I'm humble than most, but you need humility, man. I don't mean play small. I mean letting go of the barriers of defiance of believing you're better or worse than anyone, because you're not. You ain't that important, bro. You're really not that important. And people will try to sell you their lack, their importance of how much they suck, or their importance of how much they're blah, blah, blah good. But you can see through that if you simply hang in there and be a bit of a mole, be humble, be a bit of a baby Yoda, and just observe, just feel, and be honest. Do you really want strangers' love? Or would you rather have family love, inner love, intimacy, self-love, and then leading to intimacy and kindness to strangers? And most importantly, your friends and family, because you love them the most. Isn't that the best kind of love? Isn't that what we're really looking for? We're not really looking for comfort in terms of comfort in numbers and adoration. Sure, you can enjoy that. You can be some big cosmic superstar, but man, it sucks after a while to not be yourself. It really, really sucks. You just can't stand it. It feels so fake and like a big travesty. And again, though, there's no standard for authenticity. You have to find your own standard. And you will certainly still play in the shadows and play with the illusion. It's okay to have an ego and play as the ego now and again. I'm not dismissing that. I'm not dismissing the game, but man, you want to find out who you are. You want to find out you're a dragon, you're a beast. You're not so small and brittle, because we're more than that. Look at the waves, look at the stars, look at the sun. You know, we're in the cosmos, man. We're floating in the cosmos. It's a grand old game here. We fall asleep every night. Some of us lucid dream, but we all dream. God, I hope you dream. But we all dream. And where do we go? We bring the knowledge back. What the fuck was all that about, right? People die. People were born. This is a wild, wild universe we're living in. And wild in the sense that it's more than just your troubled self-importance, right? You gotta get bigger, you gotta get wider. You gotta let go of being so senile and OCD and recognize the insanity of being so damn smart, right? You gotta retard max. As a guy, his channel is about retarding to the max. And I agree, you have to bring some of that in. You have to become a Neanderthal again. You have to face your fears, you have to be present. You have to be honest here, right? Because we're less brain than heart, right? We're more heart than brain. So you gotta fucking get kick-ass, man. Why do you think we watch Naruto or anime? I love Naruto. He's a god, man. He's a legend. Got a little freaking model of him. But why do we love legends? Marvel movies, Avengers, right? Spider-Man, Superman. Because you have that heroic, legendary status within you. But you have to bring it forth and claim your story and settle for you, right? In the end, when are you going to settle for yourself? I don't mean the fake self of I suck or I'm better than everyone else. I just mean the true God you, the equal you, right? And you may be cocky. Heck, you may even be a little bit arrogant at times. You may be this, you may be that, but you know ultimately everything is equal, and that humbles you and makes everything a-okay, right? And yes, you'll have attachments still. Yes, you're going to be human. You'll be more human than you've ever been. But you'll also be more godly and recognize the screen that's projecting all of this. That your avatar, your personality, isn't really who you are. It's a dream. You're dreaming yourself. At least that's what I figured out the other day. We're dreaming ourselves, man. But do you have the courage or the guts to basically be like, you know what, man? I do want to know that Scott is right. Fucking I am more. And go on the journey, right? And your journey of self-discovery, of self-love, is going to be unique to you. You will discover connections to God, your whole self, all that is, the now, that are sublime and mind-blowing to yourself. Because you want to be you, right? You don't want to be a copycat. Yes, you can get inspiration from people, but you don't want to be a copycat. You want to find some original. And that's what I've discovered within myself. You start to connect with God, you start to connect with the whole universe, all that is, whatever you want to call it, the now, the cosmos, everything and nothing, that you'll start to get unique insights that are very, very rare, if ever you've heard it before, because it will come straight off the top of the dome. It will be felt here. You'll be connected, and you'll start to attract and experience and express yourself in a whole new way. And so that's very exciting. So I love you guys. I've been on a bit of a beer ramble today. I've had a couple of beers. I'm on a ramble, but I trust what I said has been helpful, because waking up is a journey, man. It's a wild ride, and you have dreams, you have angelic experiences, you have synchronicities that are just so genius. You connect to dead ones, deceased ones, and yet you'll be more embedded and psychically in tune with all that is, which primarily is your life and your day-to-day, everyday human Bilbo Baggins life. So I trust that helps. I love you guys, and I'll speak to you later.